Alright there, guys. Welcome back to another video. Back at it again at Farlin. Figured I'd just come here because Kennedy, the guy, was picking up trash, and I don't want him bugging me because he's getting annoying when he does. He gets annoying when he does that. So I came down here to vlog, and he ended up following me, but he ended up not staying here. So then I ended up getting down to Elizabeth on Farlin and Elizabeth, or no. Yeah, Farlin and Elizabeth. And because Preble, my street, ends at Elizabeth, because, ends there because you got the train tracks and the storage units right there that were on fire. Hold on, thought. Doing episode 39 of Hood Tours for season 3. Finally got the fork mount set up on this, so I can use that now instead of that bar mount that I had over here next door to Webster hanging. So now I got the camera sitting there, whatever. So so then I get to Farlin and Elizabeth, and I look over up towards University because an old coworker of mine, his name is Chad, on the other side of the train tracks from the storage units that are right there in the corner of Elizabeth and University. The Manna for Life, or whatever that name of that church is there. That's where he works now. And so I look up that way. The ding, 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 the alarm and the lights are going off for a train, coming. I'm like, so I go up that way thinking, are they just testing the lights? Or because I see people blowing through the fucking light, because, so if you go stay on Elizabeth, you cross University, going towards American Foods right there, and you're on Elizabeth. Or whatever. So you buy the Manna for Life or buy the storage units. If you guys watch Causing Chaos and Two Wheels, today's Hood Tour episode, you see where. Yeah, it's Elizabeth. And so I go out that way and see it. Don't see any city workers or whatever working on the lights or whatever. And I see a train coming. Like, oh, cool. It's rare that I get to see the tracks down there get used, and these ones get used because the tracks that the train was on actually cut through here. As a matter of fact, they're right over there. I'll zoom in. Those tracks right there. So then I said, maybe if I could quickly turn around, I can hit Farlin and run down and catch it, and run down to where it crosses right here, because Farlin's up over here, and watch the train go through. But now it's too late because I caught the end of it and whatever, so, which, that's okay. Because by the time I got down here, the train was just getting off of Farlin. So And I was like, well, I could try to fly down to Eastman and watch it, but by the time I get down there, it'd be the same thing again. It'd be just getting off of Eastman. So, whatever. So I was on the riding channel. The last time, I don't think the last time, but it might have been the time before. I don't really remember. So we're off the beaten trail is that section of concrete trail right there between Dan's and I think it's Morrow. And went down to Morrow, crossed, turned around, crossed again, came back and went home. And I got up to Dan's and the lights were going off again. You know, ding, 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 the lights are flashing. And whatever. And I'm sitting there watching. Nobody's working on the lights on the control panel or whatever. And nobody's working on the lights, nobody's working on the control panels. So I'm kind of sitting there watching. People are just, blowing through the fucking light or over the tracks through the lights. Because normally if the lights are flashing, you're supposed to stop and wait. And if somebody's working on them, how I look at it is you should still stop. So at least check to make sure there's no train coming. But, oh wait, no. The lights weren't going off. The lights weren't flashing, the alarm wasn't going off, but he's blaring his fucking horn. I mean, blaring it, he was just laying on it. It was like, but longer than that. And there's all of a sudden this guy comes running down the tracks off the gravel that's on either side of it, because they lay the 4x4s down, put gravel on top of that, and then they lay the rails on top of the 4x4s. And there's this guy that comes running out in the middle of the Dan's. And he's standing kind of like right in the middle to get people to stop, because I don't think the lights were working, or they didn't register in time that there's a train coming. I don't know what was going on. So he just sat there, let the train go through, and then he walked to the other side of Dan's to get out of the way of traffic, and he jumped on the train and went. But it was like a really short train, so they didn't have to stop. Or I didn't have to wait long. So that's when I found out that train horns actually in person when you're sitting right next to them are like really fucking loud. Which would make sense because I could, there'd be times I'd be sitting outside like right now at home and the trains would go down the track, across Dan's on the tracks, or even down on University here, and I'd hear them. But mainly the ones on Dan's, that cross Dan's, I'd hear them and they go, brr, brr, they always blare their horns I think they always do when they cross roads. And we always can hear the horns from my house, and we're like a mile away. So, but anyway, guys, I'm going to end the video here and get some riding done and go get some lunch. So, But anyway, guys, I'm going to end the video here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.